So I'm going to speak about Standard Bank Mozambique mistreating employees. I'm going to share my story. So we've been going through a lot of racism at the bank, discriminative acts, unfair dismissals, and we are being enslaved and underpaid. Well, at some point in time, in my case, I got sick. I got anemia. I was diagnosed with anemia because I wasn't allowed to go for lunch. I had to work until 8 p.m., 7 p.m. I was overworking and wasn't being paid my extra hours. I was evaluated by my boss I was badly evaluated because she just decided to give me that evaluation because I had spoken up, about the system that wasn't working, and we were being enslaved because of the system. It wasn't working. We're not allowed to talk or anything. We just had to work. We're not eating. We're not doing anything. We're living late. We had no time for our families. So I spoke up about the system that had been developed, and the evaluation that I was given, for 2023 was a bad evaluation, which was time to step up. She said the reason for that was basically because I stood up and I spoke about the system. It wasn't about my professional work. So I decided to challenge, my evaluation. I spoke up to HR, I spoke up to our MD and all that. And after that, I went for my holidays waiting for a response. Whilst I was on my holidays, I was dismissed from work. They activated all my access and everything without my knowledge. When I went back to work, they told me it was an error after that, and then they told me I didn't have my contract. And all this, and whilst I was waiting for the response of my dispute, of the challenge, after I get the response from HR, they said that they couldn't change my challenge, my evaluation, because it was a decision from the management that it had to remain like that. So I had to sign this agreement by force that said I had bad behavior. And I didn't agree with that. So I told them that I was going further on with my challenge because I still had space to do that. It was going to go to our headquarters in South Africa, but I was blocked. I was blocked. I ended up getting sick. I got stressed out. I went to hospital in the emergency sector, and the doctor said I was about to get a heart attack. So I was admitted in hospital for about 3 days. The bank contacted me. They wanted to know. I had reported to them that I was sick. HR contacted me and stuff like that. And after that, when I was discharged from hospital, the hospital told me that I didn't have my medical aid. The bank had asked the insurance company to deactivate my medical aid because I didn't belong to the bank anymore. So I went through a lot, and when I went back to work, I decided to resign. I handed in my letter because I was going through a lot of things. And on the day that I handed in my letter, the next day I was called to hand in everything. My letter still said that I was going to work for 7 days. But then they told me to stop that day. At that moment, I was on my lunch hour. I asked for some time, because I was on my lunch hour. But to my surprise, when I get back from my lunch hour, they had taken my belongings. They emptied out my bag. They took the computer, the work computer. They left my things in a plastic. This is the plastic where They left my things in an envelope. They shoved it in an envelope and they left it on my desk. Well, after that, you know, they wanted the phone, the work phone, and I told them that the work phone was at home, and you know, it was this confusion. The department that had given me the phone, the administrative department, told me that I didn't need to hand in the phone. They never take anybody's phones. But then my bosses, they called up G4S on me. I told them that the phone was at home. The next day I could hand it in to them. But then it became such a confusion. They called the G4S on me. They called police on me. They locked me up at the branch for 3 hours. I was locked up at the branch. They didn't allow my lawyer to go in. They said that I'd stolen the computer, I'd stolen the phone. You know, I reported all this. The only time they opened the door was when my lawyer said that he was calling the media. And you know, I was getting sick there. They said I could die. I was locked up at the bank, and it was terrible. It was really, really a bad situation, you know. I reported all this to our headquarters in South Africa. They sent an inspection here. They investigated the issue, but then nothing was done. You know, they told me that the court had to resolve this. And until today, nothing has been done. You know, a lot of people are going through this. People are falling sick at work. Everybody's stressed out. Our Ministry of Labor held an inspection over the investigation. We still don't have the report to this, but they said there's a lot. Ministry of Labor held an inspection over the investigation. We still don't have the report to this, but they said there's a lot of things that they found there at the bank. Well, we asked for help, for support, you know. We are being enslaved, we are being colonized. You know, it's really, really bad what we are going through, and South Africa is doing nothing about it. Standard Bank South Africa is doing nothing about this. Thank you.